Viewers, I'm in big trouble. Maybe he blunders his bishop.
Nice one.
Well, I mean, you have to hope for
You gotta
something.
pose it. Okay, here we go.
Right.
Okay, so we are playing St. Greg again, game number 2. We have English on the board. Let's see, what can we do against the English today? Shall we try to get into a Queen's Gambit? So usually one way of playing against the English is just trying to imagine that you are playing against the Queen Pawn opening. Of course, white doesn't need to play d4. But with this
Now
knight on
you've kind of lost
c3,
him.
we have to go. Otherwise, I would have chased the knight.
Absolutely.
Okay, Queen's Gambit.
Yes.
Do we play exchanged? Do we play some normal? G3 Catalan. Ooh, with the knight on c3. Interesting stuff. I hate it when lower-rated players ask me to take pawns and then keep them because that usually gives some compensation. So I'm going to see if I can just play normal chess for now.
So this variation of the Catalan, by the way, with the knight on c3, white is actually enticing play to take the pawn and defend it. So
let's see. What shall I do? Yeah, I guess. Wait. Okay, and now I just realized I'm in one of my own lines. So let's see if Mr. Baker is gonna play.
95.
95 is the main move. Okay, in general, in the Catalan, white is happy if black captures because white gains the opportunity to gain space in the center. White's bishop, Catalan bishop is opened up. 95 is a very logical move, opening up the bishop, trying to get your pawn back. Black needs to be quite active, otherwise black can just be worse forever. Okay, so castling looks a bit strange. I think I'm going to go knight c6. Because now 95 is a less enticing.
Oh, that's sacrifice. I was expecting e3 and queen
e3. Yes, yeah. Okay. So now I guess I need to just accept. I don't want to think about it.
How does white recapture?
I think both are okay. I guess queen takes. This one might be hanging.
That's the problem.
Pawn takes is still fine. I would still respect white's position as something. White has a little bit of compensation because black's pieces aren't placed ideally.
There is some interesting idea with this setup.
So what I need to figure out is how to finish my development. I'd love to do something like this, but unfortunately with that bishop, 95 is coming. So let's see. I can put my knight over here, but then he still gets that square. So am I just going to play something like bishop d7 for now, later on this, and then play c5? Or do I play rook b8? Let's see. Also play bishop b7, rook d8. What to do?
Wow.
Okay.
Very interesting position. Not so easy to just continue.
Very, very interesting. Let's see. St. Greg putting pressure on me. Yeah?
Definitely. Definitely.
I'm going to try just something active. I don't know if this is correct, but I want to hit the knight. I want to give my queen a square.
Bishop b2 is logical.
Yeah, he has to play bishop b2 or bishop d2, so that would be the... you don't want to move the queen as well because the pawn. So
I think bishop b2
has to be played.
It's a logical move. Yeah.
I'm already thinking I'm going to follow it up with queen e7. I should be developing this guy, but I'm thinking of something like this. Could be a bit slow. Let's play queen e7.
And now e4. No, e4 is not possible. Okay.
E4 is maybe not yet. I take the knight.
Possible. Yeah. Aggressive intentions. Well, queen c2 or something. Queen c2, like e4, e1.
Might have to drop this bishop back or give it up. If I give my bishop up, then the dark squares become really weak.
Very weak. It's not easy, yeah?
It's not easy at all. Okay, this seems a bit... okay.
Wow.
I'm not going to...
But he opens for his way, but I would not have, because the bishop gets into the game.
My bishop will get in quickly. Yeah.
And now I'm not 100% sure about the compensation after d5. I will have queen c2, rook d1, then, But I think, you see, what is happening is something very interesting, I think, for the viewers. It's because he is thinking, St. Greg, that he has to do something now because he's a pawn. He's sacrificed the pawn. But I think the position itself, the center,
it has a bit of lasting.
It has lasting. There is some lasting pressure.
And this kind of relieved me in this position because I can now freely develop.
Now you have no problem.
Yeah.
And any threat you can take care of.
And I'm happy trading queens now. This one is also hanging. Let me just double check. If I take on b3, it's just my bishop that's hanging. Okay, technically you can also grab here. It's always good to check if your pieces are hanging. I'm going to grab. I don't see anything.
Yeah, of course, look, you can play bishop takes c6, then bishop takes g7, then rook b1. Cause serious.
These simplifications seem to be okay
but it should be good for you. Yeah, he goes
he grabs.
Most probably bishop takes g7 now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he cannot. The knight is hanging on g5. Oh.
He's hanging on G5. How?
Yeah, with bishop e7.
Oh, yes. Again, hanging pieces.
Hanging pieces is always a problem. Okay, that means then it's very difficult. The pawns are going to come.
So basically, black just needs one move to make pieces not hang. And
exactly. And then that's over.
Long term, I've got some pawns. It's a bit too slow.
Yeah, it's slow.
And I think now I'll start running with my pawns.
Yeah, now I think black is now possibly losing.
Do I put my bishop here or there? Do I want? I guess I'll play bishop here.
Yeah, he wants a possible knight f5, hoping for g6, knight f6 checkmate. That would be nice. But yeah. The one is also.
So I just want to, so he has this square potentially, like Watu pointed out, that would be mate, so I cannot allow that. So I can't chase the knight with the pawn immediately. The knight's hitting these squares. That one is covered, so I'll just go rook e8 over here. Wait. I'm forgetting. He's actually protecting me, attacking me here. Interesting stuff. I guess I need to play f6. f6 is not such a scary move because I do have a light squared bishop on the board and he doesn't.
Yeah. No, I was wondering. I thought you wanted to play without f6. I thought, okay, this is interesting. Let's see what this is going to go to. Because you would have played knight takes g7,
all of a sudden,
knight h5.
And my king is inflamed.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm fearing here is some random check or some e4 disturbing my pieces. But even if that happens, I'm still pretty much.
So maybe white should play f3 then.
Yeah.
F3 possibly.
F3.
Right? And
I'm thinking about rook on e8, and of course I want to push here. Maybe I should just be aggressive and start pushing. But the only threat that black has, or that I have on from white, is this knight at the moment. So now I can't push my c pawn.
d1.
I'm going to play rook here.
Okay.
So I want him to play e3, and then f3 becomes more difficult, and then the light squares become weak.
Oof, e3 would be such a...
e3 is definitely...
ugly.
Yeah. And also just covering this long term wise. So
okay, but now let's look. Oh,
rook d4. So he wants me to take here and then take over there, of course.
Yeah.
So
tricky.
I like. Okay, so I'm going to do something like this. Just put my rook somewhere. And also rook g4, by the way, is coming.
Yeah. I didn't want to mention it before you mentioned it. Rook g4 is a very big one.
I guess I'll have to do something like this instead. This bishop still covers the check. I think rook e4 should do the trick. There's no other checks. No tactics. Nothing. So let's do it. Must say, white is St. Greg is actually giving me something to think about here.
Yeah.
Should have been should have warmed up with some puzzles here.
He's asking some questions. And,
I like it.
Yeah.
So I think the main mistake as far for white was just releasing the tension early.
Yeah. If you imagine, I mean, the way he's playing, if he had that tension, it would have been quite dangerous.
Yeah. And often it's these type of small things that make a big difference. You can see the top players at league or wherever, and you might think that they are doing a whole world different than you, but sometimes it's these small differences.
Exactly.
That one can work on. So, okay, I'm happy to
He's still enticing you with rook takes e2, by the way.
see, I didn't notice that the pawn is hanging because my objective is to trade, right? And this is a common thing to the viewers. If you are leading, you want to trade. I just want to trade off pieces. Simplify. Okay, so I still got this covered. e4 is there, but it doesn't do too much. So I guess I can start pushing. e4 is coming.
For white.
Maybe I go bishop e6. I threaten to take the knight even. And the pawn is just running.
Yeah, the pawn is coming. This is now where, in a horror movie, the music would be coming. Zing, 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 zing. You cannot stop it. It's
that shark fin coming.
Yeah, exactly. It's just very, very dangerous now. But a very interesting game.
Yeah, for sure. I'll have to recheck what I should have done. Okay, so I'm not against trading over there, so that's not a huge threat to me. Is there anything else happening? No, so I guess I'll just push. It's a bit lazy of me, but okay. I can also put my opponent under pressure. Knight there. So let's see. I have c5. I can drop back. Where? Does the bishop have any squares? c5, the bishop does. So I could do that, takes, and then we have opposite color bishops. And my pawns are not on the right color. So could be some small issues there. So maybe I want to keep the bishops. So let's just do this.
Yeah, possibly the right decision, because he probably could have played c5, knight takes b4, takes the bishop
c5, and I can't push b3.
Yeah, you have to play
probably winning, but then I need to start calculating.
Yeah, but you need to be very accurate.
Yeah. This one also just a safe move, keeping the pieces alive. I can hit the knight. These bishops are basically holding everything together. Okay, so let me do this. I've got ideas of doing that. The pawn is also safe on a2 now with the bishop. This starts with bishop.
It doesn't have a wide square bishop. Yeah, this is now lost. Yeah.
Okay, so rook b8. Is there anything to stop me? I don't think so.
Oh, I see. He wants to just simply play king g2 and defend the rook. And just sit
okay.
and proceed.
I have something like this, but he can put his bishop there.
But it's a check. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Oh, but now, okay, bishop e5 is kind of... Maybe he should have...
Time trouble.
He should have played bishop c3.
Yes.
But okay, he's got no time.
Trouble. It's in time trouble.
Bishop c3 would have been interesting, because if I have check, he goes king somewhere, and then...
Yeah.
I still maybe need to force the knight to move or something.
It's looking pretty difficult. Yeah,
okay, so this is no Greek gift here, but I'm a bit more of a... So this is another way of winning a game. Good game there by St. Greg, actually. I felt a bit of pressure over there. If he didn't let the tension go so quickly, it would have been interesting. So just coming back here, maybe just instead of d5, does the board change if I click analysis board? Not that much. Instead of d5 was played, maybe something like queen c2, and if I do this, you put the rook behind. I don't know which rook.
Maybe the f. Let's try the
rook.
F. Because I want to stay on the a.
And you can do this later on, or you can keep this open.
Yeah, I'm trying.
And this is pressure. I mean, black still needs to sort out. This is very passive, but I probably have to do something like that.
Yeah. Some small practical compensation. And the time limit then, for a classical game maybe. But for this type of game, I mean, look, I'll play moves like knight a4, e4, and I want...
I mean, knight g5 sometimes with the queen is there, knight e5. I need to watch out for all of these moves, e4 and e5.
Yes.
So this would have definitely been some pressure on me.
No, certainly.
Okay,
I've got the white pieces. All right, what I'll do, I'll probably play d4 so that it becomes nice and slow. And more positional. See what's in great place.
When do you guys get to see what to play d4? This is already a first year on CNA. So
c4.
Okay.
What is he going to play? So I'm just taking the center for now. So all kinds of moves. e6, g6, c5.
So Greg keeping it flexible here with knight f6, pawn to d5.
Okay. Well, in my experience, this has been like a little not too bad, but inaccuracy, because I can take, and I think I'll take, because whatever it takes, but if it takes with the queen, I play knight c3, then e4. And if it takes with the knight, I could play e4 if I wanted to push the knight away. And it's okay, he takes with the knight, so I will push the knight away.
Even up the center, right?
I'll grab the center. Yeah, probably knight b6. It's not a big deal, but I like the center either way. It's like, you know, problems with when people talk about problems with money. It's better to have the money for me and the problems. It's better that, you know. So knight c3 I will play, and I'll just keep everything in order. I was expecting more knight b6, but knight f6 is also possible. Now, what I want to do, I want to discourage e6. I like for me because his bishop is not getting out. I'm thinking that he could play c5, but I'm not going to be able to stop it, so I'm not going to worry about it now. I'll just develop. If he plays c5, so he plays it, I might maybe play d5. Bishop b4 takes my pawn on d3. I will play, obviously, bishop d3, so that my pawn is protected, and the bishop is eyeing the king side.
That's, of course, the one thing, Watu, that a lot of inexperienced players sometimes forget to do is protect that center. With a big center comes big responsibility.
Absolutely. I'm already thinking now about e5 and going for an attack, because, you know, there are things like a Greek gift possibility. So let's calculate. Bishop takes h7, king takes h7, knight g5, king g8, queen h5. What if it goes bishop takes g7, king takes knight g5, king g6, queen g4, f5.
The big question, viewers, is an experienced guy like Watu gonna commit himself to that?
I'm not going to commit myself as yet. It's just it's not really clear. So I have the center, so I don't have to go crazy.
If you're playing a classical game, maybe you'll just calculate.
I'll calculate, more in depth. But now, you know, I don't have to spend so much time to think about it. But I have a plan. So I could even play h4. H4 is something that is interesting. I mean, even if he plays h6, I might consider pawn storming. Consider it, because it's not. He can always play with f6 and break.
One thing's for sure, Black is not yet putting pressure in the center.
There he goes.
There he at least does
there
something.
He
right?
goes. Now, f6 is a good move. So now, of course, I could play. There are two ways to play it. I could play queen c2 and attack h7, but possibly he could play move like h6, or I could play queen e2. Except after queen e2, I must be careful of pawn takes pawn, and knight f4, and he can exchange. So I might have to let go of my aggressive intentions here. Or I could play h4. h4, pawn takes pawn, bishop takes pawn, takes knight g5 check. That's more meaty. I think I'm going to go that way. I'm going to go for the route of h4.
Let's go for the content. Yeah, I would have castled.
You would have castled, yeah?
I would have just done something solid and then...
Yeah, but I feel like, you know, his pieces are not in the game.
Yeah.
And, you know, I probably am already threatening bishop takes h7, king takes knight g5 check, pawn takes pawn check, king g8, queen h5. It's something to think about. So he already has to be very careful.
Ooh.
So he plays f5. All right.
Black kind of senses.
He senses it. Yeah. Right. So very good move. The issue though now is that, at least for now, I don't have to worry about any counter coming my way. So c5 though is still something that's out there. So I could bend the bridges and continue going for it, but I don't think it's necessary. I think I might play now. I choose to start playing maybe positionally. I don't think g4 and things like this is something I want to try, although I could be very adventurous and play g4, pawn takes pawn, knight g5, h6, queen takes g4. Could put him to the test. g4 is very interesting.
I mean,
I'm very tempted.
I'm sure the viewers are there.
g4, then pawn takes pawn, bishop takes h7, knight g5 check. You know what? It's probably not accurate, but I'm going for it.
That's what I tell myself all the time when I'm playing you, Watu. From the other side.
Yes. This is probably unsound, but he's going for it anyway. Yeah.
Difficulty is to refute it on the board.
So, very logical decision. Plays c5. What I want to do, I want to strengthen my center. So I'm going to play a3.
Interesting.
So that, now if he plays bishop, of course he can play pawn takes, but then I will take the bishop, can't I? Because he'll take on c3, then my bishop on d3 is hanging for a while. Okay, he plays knight takes.
Surprising move.
Surprising. I play pawn takes, bishop a5 is forced. All right. Now the bishop is out of circulation, so to speak. Then I will take on f5, I think. I open up the g file. He has to play bishop a5. I take on f5.
Okay, it's an interesting picture. I mean, black has got the one bishop out, but besides that, white is... You got a lot more pieces out. Okay, you didn't castle. But...
I'm being a menace. I'm just being a menace. I mean, now I want to play knight g5. I think he will play h6. But the point about h6 is that h6 is not even a threat, right? I'm not threatening knight f7 check. I wouldn't want to take that rook. I'm threatening more queen h5. My threat is queen h5, h6, queen g6. Lights out. So probably says possibly has to play h6. And now,
what does black do? I think that's also a thing, Watu, that inexperienced players or need to remember is when it's your opponent's time to think, you should be anticipating what he's going to do next, what you want to do next. That saves you time when it's actually your turn.
Very good point. Let's put that in practice. I'm thinking black has two moves, either queen e8 or h6. Let's calculate. h6, queen h5, queen e8, bishop f7. That looks pretty good for me.
Followed by queen g6, right?
Followed by queen g6. And if he plays rook takes f7, play knight takes f7, the queen is hanging. If king g8, knight takes h6, king f8, queen e7. Okay. Makes sense as well. Because if I play queen h5, he's got g6. But now I've got knight takes h7. Knight takes h7. If king takes h7, queen h5 mate. And it looks dangerous. Very dangerous.
Hitting the rook as well? So.
Yeah, I'm hitting the rook with tempo. I think this is the move that he missed.
Knight is like, when someone rocks up at your house without letting you know. Whoa!
He took my knight.
This is when you open up the door with your towel on. Okay, so interesting game. I mean, just visually, black did something wrong here.
Yes.
Development-wise. Hats off to black actually for finding some of those early
some good moves.
threats and preventing them. But I think he didn't put enough pressure on you in the center, and he didn't develop his pieces fast enough. Maybe you can even delay castling a bit. But okay.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the game?
Nice game. I think.
Opening wise, maybe.
Opening wise, giving me the center,
right?
and one always has to be careful because if the opponent can react quickly.
Because if you think about it, black played knight f6 and then knight d5 and then knight f6 again.
Exactly.
In the opening, these moves count eventually, right?
Yeah.
So,
Good luck.
Good luck.
You're playing Kelvin first. Bye.
Okay, here we go. We are playing Checkered Garden. And believe I have a bit stronger opponent this time, guys. Let's see.
Classical.
Okay, let's play Rai Lopez. Ooh, okay. So aggressive. I think, if I'm not mistaken, just d3 or something should be solid.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's d5 or knight c3 or stuff like this, but...
Yeah, d3 is a topical...
I think there was some Klaasen Rajabov game where queen d3 and then... So black can't castle now because there's a check. So you have to go like d6, threatening to castle.
It's early days. Let's see what happens. Possibly, d6. A lot has been.
Now, I think queen c4 prevents this.
Probably gonna play queen e7, can he? Yeah.
There's some Klaasen Rajabov game. That's the only thing I can remember.
But he has to be careful about c6 now. Because
sometimes there's b4.
Yeah, exactly. You could take and play b4. So.
But it's not so clear. I think queen e7 is the theoretical.
Bishop takes pawn takes b4.
B4, and then there's something there.
Maybe bishop is
some theoretical business that initially looks good for white, but black has some counterplay later with knight g4 or something like this after he castles. But this is now from my vague memory. I'll see now what does black do if not
maybe bishop d7.
Bishop d7 is possible.
Simple bishop d7. Then I can play queen e7 afterwards and things like this. I'm not losing immediately. Bishop d7.
Going knight c3, queen e7 in there.
Am I hanging on e5? Nah, I don't know. It's very strange
Queen
position.
e7 gets played.
Mhm.
I have a bad suspicion about this b4. I'm gonna stick to what I think was played in that game I referred to earlier. Knight c3, bishop e6, knight d5.
Well, if you don't remember it, he probably remembers it because he plays this line. So it's
Oh, okay.
no, I'm saying if you know.
Yeah.
So it's best possible.
What should black do? Probably bishop d7 in this.
Knight d5 is coming. So
yeah,
this is definitely theoretical. My goodness, what to do? Can I play? No. 57, okay.
I'm going 95.
95, we have to take. I don't see any other move. So I must take.
d4.
Aggressive like that.
Yeah. This is still a game. I think we can check it afterwards, but this must be Klaasen and this is known stuff.
Yeah? Okay.
Because if I'm not mistaken, at the end of the line, white is like slightly better.
Okay.
I'll finish my development. If bishop takes here, I go rook b1. Right, I take b7. If I take on d7 check first, don't think it makes a huge difference.
So now
that's probably castling.
So now it finally we get like out of theory and into the game. So okay, you've got white has got the F file. Oh, A6 is interesting.
Okay, so I don't have a choice here. Take.
Queen takes, looks logical.
So the nice thing that I like is that black I can't castle short. I've got a tempo. He needs to castle long. So I've got some time, so I want to utilize this F file. I'm thinking a rook somewhere. Rook F3, rook here. You could play rook f2, you could play rook f3, and I'm wondering what's more useful. The rook on f3 could still be utilized there. Always need to watch out for this, but that's not possible right now. So rook f3, castle long, double up, and I'm quite happy.
Yeah, looks like maybe a6 was an inaccuracy.
I think a6 is not wasted an important tempo. Yeah. Let's do that. Rook f3 also just covering the e3
pawn. Looks very comfortable for white now. And that F file is really, unless black plays rook f8. Yes.
So I rook need
f8 to sort of.
I don't want to take there because black is just in a castle, so I'm going to do this.
Yeah. Okay, so black is forced to take, and so we then castle long, so we have this position. Okay, interesting.
What to do?
Who is better and why? Well, okay, white has got more space. And the F file as well. But position looks like you have to be very technically clean. To bring the point.
I need to make sure black doesn't get any. If I just swing my queen around, sometimes black can do something on the other side. But I'm thinking about queen e4. I'm thinking about queen h4. If I could do something like this, or also that's also the queen e4 just g6. So I could also just squeeze, because what is black doing next? Black cannot contest yet. Black's queen is not entering it. So if black does something like this, I have queen g4 check, and then I dominate the file. So I feel like I have an extra move. I could cut out the queen and play a4, and then b3, and then I'm trying to just squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. So if I don't have anything that I see immediately, I might just do this actually. Just try to squeeze.
It's a prophylactic move. Check out any queen b5s, and now black is under positional pressure.
Maybe one day I could even do stuff like this if black is not
careful. Yeah, but black cannot just stay and let you control the f5.
So what does black do though? It's queen e7. Besides queen e7, I don't see what to do for
king
black.
b8, so that you don't have queen g4 check, is what I would consider. And then, because if queen e7, queen g4 check, king b8, queen f5 looks very Although I have queen h4 then. Okay. So queen e7. Queen e7. If you play queen g4 check, I go king b8, queen f5. I go queen h4. Take the pawn, threaten queen e1 check. Okay. Queen e7 looks like it's playable.
Okay. If my opponent goes king b8, I still have a move though. I have a tempo because he's still not threatening to take the file. So I could think about what useful move to do. I could play queen e4 hit, and then g6, and maybe even try to double up on the f file. What else can I do? I could consider. This is a bit committal because then I cut my queen out of the king side if I want to go for some king side attack. So king b8 probably the move, but queen e7 immediately is also to be considered.
Queen e7, I would play queen e7 immediately. Yeah.
So now let's see. Black wants to do this. So I have check, queen f5. The queen h4 is there though. Do I have much here? I have queen f1 as well. Still, this is there.
Accuracy is needed here.
Yeah. Okay. It's running out there as well. Queen e4, g6. Too much. I think it does too much. How does g6 affect everything? g4 check.
Maybe it weakens f6, but I don't know how you could take advantage of that.
Could also go b4 and b5.
In game play. Do you want who wants to go into a queen endgame? Because in a queen endgame, that pawn on d5 could be a
Yeah, I don't have much there.
problem.
Okay, let's see. Need to make a decision soon.
Yes, you have to.
I don't want to.
You can't be too accurate because it's blitz,
Yeah.
and you don't want to be too much under time pressure because
I need to play fast.
Yeah, we can see that the point where there's going to be shuffling around is coming, and you need the time to see the tactics because the queen can be very tricky.
Yeah.
So you can't really go too. It's going king b8 for sure. Now you have to know what to do after that.
King b8, I have queen h5 is an interesting move actually.
g6.
g6 and queen h6, and I'm controlling f8.
e4.
Queen
e5.
Yeah.
Always some threats of, although maybe not queen e5 because you take, I don't know, h7 and rook f7. It's a very interesting position. Very, very interesting. It's also getting into time trouble. But okay, there's a 5-second increment, yeah? So it's not a big deal.
Might have to play e4 actually. Let's see.
Now, this is why we love chess, because it's not clear what's happening. And actually, this is the type of feeling. Oh,
by the way, if he plays king, if I had e4, if he plays the rook on f8, I have queen e6.
27.
So now a4 would be hanging. Let's see. Now I have queen e4. You still can't challenge me. I need to stay in touch. I would love to play
you basically want to move, right?
Yeah.
Somehow. So it looks like he's got to play h6 or g6.
You still can't challenge me.
He's got to make a big decision which one to play.
g6, you weaken the dark squares. h6, you weaken the light
squares.
g6.
So
now I'm going to just play this move.
3.
So if queen e7, I have queen check again, and then I can roam around with my queen if he blocks. And that one. Black is just okay.
So
I'm gonna go check again.
it's gotta go queen to7 now. Otherwise, there's a threat that.
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay. That is strange.
oof.
So I'm going to try to invade here. So there's some potential mate there if I play a5.
He's gotta play queen e7.
If he plays queen e7,
Oh, this is very risky. Interesting.
okay. So I don't need to rush it completely. Yeah.
Fifteen seconds.
Let's play this move. Okay, I need to draw back. E4 is coming. For a second or two.
Mm-hmm. I was strange to get away from the F, but okay, you guys are both in time trouble.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ready checkmate in 1.
Just try to get something extra on that side while my opponent is trying to think what to do. He's got queen h6 though. I don't have much going on here. At the risk of my... Oof. Okay, so I was thinking about playing h4. But good game there by Checkered Garden.
Very
I think
nice.
that I had a slight edge, but I don't know if I had enough here.
Handled well.
I'm pretty sure with all these tempi he lost.
Right here, okay, like right here. I think before a5, I think here.
I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, okay, no time. But I mean, it feels like, maybe h4, so that you can have h5 at some point. Because you need to open up something or disturb that queen. Because the king is in a very, I don't like the way the king is on d8.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if he plays rook e7, then you can play queen g4. Right? And so I don't know.
Still, this move, I thought he should have played this in his queen.
But the king is too exposed.
Oh yeah,
too exposed. So the king. That's why I was thinking of king going to b8. Then you get counterplay because now with the king on d8. But okay, it's very difficult.
And just opening wise, I think Black should have just played. Black could have got a better version instead of a6. Just cast along.
Yeah.
Takes, and you have the same position, but yeah. At least I think White needs to play rook f2 or rook e3 again.
Nice game.
Good game.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we are on.
Say hi, Coco.
Let's see how he will play it.
Okay, so we're round 2 against Checkered Garden. What has got the black pieces?
Not sure what to play. Okay, I will play e5.
Let's take a stroll in the garden.
Play e5, although it can be sometimes boring. But let's see.
Let's see if White is in a fighting mood.
Yes. Let's see what will happen now. Yeah, it's always the issue when you play e5. Okay, look, there's so much theory, if I go bishop c5, there's this b4, if I play, so sometimes I like to avoid everything and play bishop e7.
We're going to Hungary. We're going to Hungary, Budapest.
yeah. So this way, at least, I will be west for a while, but I've avoided a number of
dangerous weapons and gambits and all of these
so
things.
Here, at least, I get a chance to slow it down.
Yeah.
Of course, there's this. There's a classical game here that Tarash played as white against Showalter. He played d5, knight b8, bishop d3. Tarash played like that.
Okay.
Early game, very nice classical game by Tarash. But or white can play d takes e5.
White can also just keep the tension, right, and just castle and knight c3 and rook e1. And
Of course. But I think if you really want to claim an advantage, I think d5.
For the d5.
For me, I think just get the space.
Yeah.
You can play d takes e5, but I think you're not gonna knock me out. And if I find the right way and avoid the pitfalls,
you'll equalize
it should
relatively.
Be. Yeah.
Fine.
But it looks like it was a good choice.
So white is thinking of it. So
yeah. He's thinking.
So you're giving him choices. So
I'm giving him choices.
He needs to stroll through the garden and
I'll take back with the
choose
pawn,
which flower to pick.
Yes. So queen takes d8 possibly, and I will take back with my bishop. And all right, so I'm slightly worse. I need to defend and get out of it. Any advice, Coco?
Coco is joining us here in the stream.
All right, so he played knight c3. Look, I'm gonna throw in an a6 for now, just to avoid any bishop b5s or whatever. Prophylaxis.
It's a quiet position, so I'm assuming Watu, you are just trying to stop the threats for now.
Stop the threats and then get out
into the game. Right?
Yes.
There's no heavy attacks.
No, but I'm expecting maybe bishop e3 to try, because I've already maybe with a6 weakened some bit of black squares. So bishop e3 could be claiming that at some point he's got a bishop c5 if need be. Yeah, so let's say bishop e3 for me. The question is, what do I do to defend f7? Like if knight f6, knight g5. But I could castle it. Maybe knight f6. And I'm threatening maybe knight g4. Am I not blundering anything? No. Okay, knight f6. Looks relatively decent. Oh, I am blundering. No. Knight g5, castles, bishop c5. I just got a shock. But I've got bishop e7.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but these are small little details that we sometimes miss. Okay, so bishop d5. Okay, he's threatening e5. So if I play knight takes d5, pawn takes d5, knight b4, he will say castle long, and then e5, and my knight is in danger. But I've got bishop f5. Let's see. Knight takes d5, pawn takes d5, knight b4, castles long, bishop f5, say rook d2, and my knight is still in danger. Okay, I've got a knight g4 as well here. Like say knight g4. Interesting position. I've got knight b4 as well, because if I play knight b4, I'm threatening to take the bishop on d5 and then take on c2. So what if I play knight b4? What does white play? Does white play bishop b3 maybe, and claim that my knight on b4 is not so well placed, possibly? Okay, what if I just ignore him and castle? Bishop takes c6, pawn takes, knight takes e5, just trying, but my position is a little bit. But I need to defend e5. Got some pressure.
But I was gonna say, white's got some pressure. So we need to.
It's got some pressure.
Black needs to get past the stage.
Yeah, definitely. Bishop d7, but I'm giving him Pawn takes, knight takes e4. Then I can play bishop takes e4. I need to play something. I don't really like this move though. If I was to guess, I would say I'll castle here. I'm gonna go for activity, maximum activity. I'll give him the pawn, although I don't see how I would immediately continue. But I'm thinking that I'll hopefully get some counterplay. So I'm giving him a big question. Do you give me the bishop and take on e5? Does he believe that I have compensation? I believe I have, but I need to find a move like bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes e5. Initially, I wanted to play bishop b7, but I see now we can play bishop c5. So, yes, so he grabs.
We've got some action here in this endgame.
Lots of action. My pawn here. I'll play bishop b7. Yeah, can you play bishop c5? Okay, 8, 4. Oh, he plays f3. I will throw in a e8 first. I can untangle now. Something like knight d5. He's got to move his knight, possibly to d3, so that he could place knight c5. And maybe I've got knight. Do I have knight d5? Possibly. Knight d5, bishop d4.
Oh, he's trying to be really solid, yeah?
Yeah, he is. He's got a pawn and he's not letting me. But I've got knight d5, f5 also. Okay, I'm going to have to go for activity. I mean, what am I going to do?
Yeah, you have to.
I have to, because I've given a pawn and I need some compensation. So I'm thinking, but if I play f5, can he play e5 then? Yeah, but then he blocks his pieces somehow. That maybe I could play.
The structure reminds me a bit of that Tivyakov game you played.
Yes, but I don't have a queen.
Yeah.
I need the queen. In the Tivyakov, I had the queen.
Because I remember this F5 idea, we spoke about it on
exactly.
Our first episode on the channel.
Exactly.
So you can go check it out, everyone. We're about to play.
Yeah, something similar, yeah.
Actually, not the first episode, one of the first ones.
It's a very early one.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting, I'm posing problems. Bishop d4. The knight will come to c5. I'll go bishop c8. And I need to open up the white squares, because he doesn't have a white square bishop. I need to do something on the white squares. Bishop d2. I didn't expect this move, but he's keeping it solid. But if I play f5, I'm threatening knight takes c3 and taking on e4. Like if I played f5,
that at the very least is loosening up white's
loosen the white squares,
position, right?
Okay, of course he's got knight c5 as well, which I didn't think about. But it's okay, knight c5, I can maybe go bishop c8 back. Then he possibly plays away with his king. And the black squares are also there available for me. I can play bishop f6 if he castles, but maybe he castles long. But I'm not feeling. I feel like I'm slightly worse, but I feel like I've got lots of compensation, and the position is now shifting. Remember, it was difficult for me to play. Now it's starting to be.
He needs to find some moves.
Now he has to find.
The clock is ticking. It's down to 50 seconds.
Exactly. So knight c5 is expected. I will play bishop c8. So the issue though now is that there are always these threats lingering around. And that's the other nice thing about bishops is that they can be far away from the action, but they can still be in the game. So now he's got to possibly castle long, yeah. Now, my knight is hanging. Do I take or not? I think I have to take. He possibly will take back with the knight to stay solid, not weaken his structure. Yeah. Pawn takes
looks a bit
weird, yeah. So knight takes is very logical. And now I need to find space for my pieces, especially my bishop. I'm not sure where to put my bishop here. Do I play a5 so that I can move my rook, my bishop, or do I play bishop e7? But there's no threat after bishop e7. He's running short of time. I need some some moves that will
Keep
trouble
busy,
him.
right? Yeah.
It looks like bishop. Oh, but bishop h4, bishop g5. I'm happy I didn't play that move. Then he can trade. So bishop g5 possibly is a threat anyway. I don't want him to trade. Is bishop g5 a threat? And the answer is yes. So what if I play bishop f5, bishop g5, bishop takes, knight takes, then I have, do I have knight e3? He plays rook d2. So bishop g5 is troubling me. Okay, let me play h6, restrict him. Can he play c4? C4 looks loosening.
Just trying to insist that the position remains complicated, right? You want to keep pieces on the board.
Exactly. I want to keep pieces on the board. Oh, c4, yeah. Wow. Knight will have to go to b6.
Okay, so he pushes your most proudest piece.
That is my strongest piece. He pushes it back, but at the cost of a little bit of loosening of his position. But he seems not to think that it will matter. Now we'll play a5. Maybe I'm threatening some a4s in some position. Oh, that I didn't see. Oh, he's not threatening. Okay. Then I should play a4. Wait. He's got rook takes this d8. Rook takes, bishop takes c7. Oh, that's dangerous for me. Got this rook takes d8. Oh, 30 seconds. Uh-oh. I didn't solve it. I mean, rook takes d8 is still there.
Still happening, right? See if white goes for it. He sees it.
Yeah, he sees it. It's two pieces. I'm in trouble for sure. So I should take knight takes c4. It's a piece. Okay, rook d8 is right there. D8. Big trouble here. Very bad for me. I'm swindling now. Rook d8. Knight e3. I'm basically trying to swindle. Can I even? Oh no, rook g1. Because knight f6 is coming.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oof. Oh no. Yeah, I'll have knight e2 afterwards. But then I didn't want to swap
the
pieces.
bishop, right?
Yeah, this is unfortunately
Knight f6, oof, just taking all the pieces.
Me. Yeah, actually even at rook takes g7, didn't he? And then take on with check. Can I hold a draw? No, maybe.
Outside past one there for white is too much, right?
Well, look, he's got 40 seconds, and that.
Whoa, what is that?
That is. Happening. I'm still losing, but can I dream of a draw? Is the main question. Okay, I cannot lose that one. Let's go back because I had knight g7 check. I'm in trouble here. When is king come in? Most possibly. My only chance is that he allows my knight to go that way.
Yeah.
But you see, if he's very careful, he plays king e5. Okay, that's somehow still. I thought king e5. I think I was in serious trouble. Yeah, I'm still in trouble. Can I get this guy? Right. No. Ooh, knight check, and then if king get knight check.
Ooh.
I must play king c7. King d5. Viewers, I'm in big trouble. Maybe he plunders his bishop.
Nice one.
Well, I mean, you have to hope for
You gotta
something.
pose it.
You have to hope for something. Big trouble. Oh, he's gonna exchange knights that way.
Whew. Knight checks galore.
Yeah, the knight checks are a problem. But I also have a knight. King d5 knight check back. So I mean, 35 seconds. Is my knight dominated?
Sure.
What? Oh no! My knight. Even if I go check, I can't get out with my knight, eh? King there.
Wow.
Okay, I'll have to. Oh, what do I do? My knight is dominated. My knight is dominated. I don't have a move with my knight. This was a good game. King here. Okay, if he takes, I get out, but I don't think he takes. You can find. Oh,
Takes, okay.
okay, wait. Then I have a glimmer of hope, but now the question is, where do I go with my knight? I need to get to the b3 pawn. What's the best way? There. If I go there, there goes bishop b5. I need to get to this guy. Okay, the bishop is the wrong corner, yeah. So if I find a way to
basically, white's one is that b3 pawn.
yes, the b3 pawn I need to get to, but I must admit the chances of me getting to that b3 pawn are very slim at present. Can you play b4 after knight d4? Possibly. Oh. Yeah, then that will be it. Knight there. Okay, if he fights b4, then I'm done. Almost. Hoping he panics.
Drum roll. b4.
B4 and then.
Doesn't play b4. What else? What else does white play? Knight d2 maybe.
Nah, b4 is the only move. But now that he didn't play it with 20 seconds, he didn't see it. That's what I always. He sees it. That's what I always think in blitz, though. Like if you don't play a move sort of relatively quickly,
you're gonna doubt yourself, and then.
Okay, he didn't even have
like
to
b5 check, right?
But yeah, he's still winning. But I mean, he didn't have to give me even these chances. Were not necessary for him to give me.
Knight on c4 is just.
It's very strong. The king wants to go to d7. I need to be able to disturb it. How do I do that? The problem now is that I don't see a move. Okay, I have to play king a7. That check. It's my only chance. But he can play a5. a5 is possibly very strong. But he can push a knight b6 also. Possibly the easiest or the weakest way.
Yeah.
Right?
Push a knight b6, yeah.
Yes.
Giving yourself a bit of time to think, yeah.
Not good what he's doing.
Wow! And you actually score one with a knight on the board.
Oh, because I cannot. I thought I don't have mating material.
Wow,
unlucky.
That's very unfortunate. Wow, checkered Garden actually played really well.
He played very nicely.
Wow,
very many good moves. I missed.
Just to point out,
this bishop f4, then rook takes d8.
c7,
very nice.
And b6, right? It's over.
It's over.
So what happened here in this game?
No, I think, he played very well.
Was a6 necessary?
Not yet. I could
Maybe
have
just go knight f6 in there.
Yeah.
Get out of there, because the bishop covers this actually.
Yes.
Just do this.
No, I was worried more about bishop b5, but I don't think...
bishop b5, I mean, now you get a way better version.
Better version than the other one. Exactly, without the pawn on a6. Yeah.
So, okay, very, very nice play there by Checkered Garden over there.
Yeah, good game.
Great game, yeah. And this is what people do at tournaments as well. You just hang in there and you allow your opponent to mess up if he. I mean, this is like the last possible way. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
but it happens. So the strong players, they hang in there and they allow their opponents to go wrong. Even
Yeah,
though,
but very well played game
excellent game
by Checkered Garden.
Yeah.
Brilliant game.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's that
Yes.
for our first live session. Watu.
Yes. Looks like I'm gonna have to play more blitz. The viewers out there, they are feisty.
Yeah, I mean,
They are feisty. Did you see that?
I need to do some bit more playing.
They're feisty.
So
Well played.
So I mean, how do we? How do the viewers get to play us, Watu?
I think we just please, if you want to play, just type your username, and that's one way.
I actually think an idea just popped up.
Mm-hmm.
What we can do is, excuse me, we might create a group on Lichess,
I think so.
a CNA group,
Yeah.
and then come and join the group. And then once you're part of the group, then we can pick from the pool. Or I mean, then you are first of all seen.
Exactly.
So,
But that's what I was saying, that the guys can just give us their, but you don't want to give your username. But if you give your username, no one knows who you are. But people don't want to do that.
people can challenge us at their discretion. So.
Yes. We'll figure a nice way out.
So yeah, I hope the session was instructive for everyone to see. We will try to find the best format, if it's a longer time control or shorter or whatever the case is. But I think this was lots of fun. What it was nice seeing you play live. It was fun playing myself.
Enjoyed it.
And thanks to the challenges we got today.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
And we are looking forward to seeing more live play on Chess Nonsense and Analysis.
Absolutely.
Thanks, viewers. If you liked what you've seen, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And we will see you for the next one. Cheers.